Welcome to the Alabama Board of Nursing's Just-in-Time Training for Nursing Regulation. This video will provide information on the student nurse apprentice role. First, the definition. A student nurse apprentice is a nursing student who is engaged in a registered apprenticeship pursuant to the Alabama Industry Recognized and Registered Apprenticeship Program Act and has obtained a board-issued permit. To be eligible to apply for a permit, applicants must be currently enrolled in a board-approved nursing education program. The applicant must have obtained competency validation of fundamental skills from the nursing education program. The applicant must be employed by a licensed healthcare facility where the apprenticeship is to be performed, and the applicant must be actively engaged in a registered apprenticeship pursuant to the Alabama Industry Recognized and Registered Apprenticeship Program Act. The application process begins with the nursing program, which must submit a roster of student nurses who are eligible to apply for a permit. The roster must include the student's competency validation of basic or advanced skills. This is done by a simple attestation, not by submitting the student's individual competency assessments. Next, students should complete the online application for a student nurse apprentice permit. Each student must be a citizen or legal resident of the United States and have a valid Social Security number to apply and be issued a permit. The application cost is $50. Please note that any failure to satisfy all application requirements will result in the application being voided. Application fees are not refundable, so any subsequent applications would require a new application in its entirety, including payment of the application fee. Student nurse apprentices must have a valid board-issued permit. Licensed healthcare facilities that employ apprentices must verify permits through the board website or subscription service. The permit is valid for the duration of the student's enrollment in an Alabama-approved nurse apprentice program or until graduation from the nursing program. The permit is automatically invalidated if the nursing student withdraws from the apprentice program, withdraws from the nursing education program, or does not make satisfactory progress in the nursing education program. The educational program is responsible for notifying the board of student withdrawal. Licensed healthcare facilities may employ student nurse apprentices to perform nursing skills, tasks, and activities as submitted by the Alabama Office of Apprenticeship and approved by the board, provided that such training, tasks, skills, and activities are performed under supervision by licensed nurses. Both the nursing education program and the employer are responsible for validating the apprentice's competency to perform each nursing skill. So, once a student nurse apprentice has a permit, what can he or she do in the employment setting? Nursing apprentices may perform board-approved skills or activities in any licensed healthcare facility that has authorized a nurse apprentice program. There are two levels of skills, basic and advanced. The skills list is available on the ABN website. Although nursing skills validations are performed by the nursing education program, employers frequently require employees to undergo competency assessments as part of routine operations management. So, the employing facility policy often requires that supervising nurses or other designated staff, such as the manager or unit-based educator, document the competency of the student nurse apprentice. Ultimately, the supervising licensed nurse is responsible for validating, in advance, an apprentice's competency to perform nursing skills or activities assigned to the apprentice in the clinical setting. The supervising licensed nurse may also be referred to as a mentor, preceptor, or journey worker. It is important for the supervising licensed nurse to have a working knowledge of the ABN skills list and the facility's policies pertaining to the student nurse apprentice, because a supervising licensed nurse may suspend an apprenticeship. This could occur due to poor performance by the student and necessitate a need to collaborate with the nursing education program to oversee remediation of the student until the apprentice can perform at an acceptable skill level. Failure to perform at an acceptable level could result in dismissal from the apprenticeship and failure of the nursing education program. The approved skills list on the ABN website also includes a listing of specific tasks and skills that the student nurse apprentice may not perform. These include administration and discontinuation of blood or blood products, administration of IV chemotherapy, taking verbal or phone orders without the presence of the licensed nurse preceptor, transporting a patient alone when an RN is required, providing a second signature or check for controlled drug waste, blood product administration, and any medications that require independent double checking, such as high-risk and pediatric medications as cited by the facility policy, witnessing consents, or any skills for which the student nurse apprentice has not been cleared by the nursing education program and the facility. The ABN strives to provide helpful information on the ABN website. Be sure to check the Student Nurse Apprentice webpage for the most up-to-date content, including the application, rules, skills list, and employer and nursing education program resources. If you still have questions, feel free to contact the ABN via email, telephone, or live chat.